General interpretations. Minor breaks or scores in membrane tissue are not considered a defect. Bone or cartilage defects shall measure 0.3 inches or greater in any dimension. Full and partial, in reference to ribs, refer to the width of the rib. Fat pads. Area of fat, maximum of approximately 3 by 3 inches, remaining on the cut for display of USDA grade. Grade specified and non-legible ink on pad. Grade as specified defect. Grade specified and no ink on pad. Grade as specified defect. Grade not specified and legible or non-legible ink on pad, except grade not specified and no ink present. External fat removal. Defect. Oven prepared rib. 7 full ribs, which extend to the ventral edge, shall be present. The existence of any partial rib is a defect. Blade end shall be a straight cut, perpendicular to the long axis of the cut. A straight cut is made across the ribs from a point on the loin end which is not more than 3 inches from the outer tip of the longissimus dorsi, through a point on the blade end which is not more than 4 inches from the outer tip of the longissimus dorsi. Chine bone shall be removed by a cut along a line at which the vertebrae join the feather bones attached to the oven prepared rib. Lean or fat must be exposed the entire length of the rib. All feather bones must be present. The blade bone and related cartilage shall be removed. The portion of the diaphragm shall be removed flush with the surface. Grade as specified. Ribeye roll. Blade end shall be cut perpendicular to the length of the ribeye roll. The loin end shall be exposed by a cut that follows the natural curvature of the 12th rib. In the blade end, the longissimus dorsi shall be at least twice as large as the complexus. In the loin end, the spinalis dorsi shall be present and not extend more than half the length of the longissimus dorsi. The longissimus dorsi, multifidus dorsi, spinalis dorsi, and complexus shall be present and must be identifiable. Multifidus only when displayed bone side up. The serratus dorsalis, costarum, and intercostal may be the only other muscles present. Intercostal meat, or rib fingers, shall be removed over the major muscles flush to the bone surface. All bones, cartilage, backstrap, and the exterior fat covering shall be excluded. Fat beneath grade marks is not considered for fat requirements. Ventral edge shall be a straight cut from a point on the loin end which is not more than 2 inches from the outer tip of the longissimus dorsi, through a point on the blade end which is not more than 2 inches from the longissimus dorsi. Grade as specified, with grade marks in the area displayed. Brisket. Brisket chuck separation shall be approximately perpendicular to the brisket plate separation. Deep pectoral shall not extend to the brisket plate separation on the brisket chuck side. Foreshank shall be removed by a cut following the natural seam. However, part of the web muscle shall remain on the brisket. Decal shall be removed at the natural seam. Inside lean surface shall be trimmed practically free of fat or flush with the lean surface. Hard fat along the sternum edge shall be trimmed level with the boned surface of the brisket. Bottom round, or gooseneck. Rump end shall be approximately perpendicular to the inside edge of the heel. The gluteus medius shall be present and be equal to or smaller than the biceps femoris. Shank shall be removed at the natural seam between the shank and the heel. The heel must be present. Top round shall be removed at the natural seam, leaving no semimembranosus attached to the bottom round. Heavy connective tissue on the edge of the bottom round at the natural seam between the knuckle and the bottom round shall be removed. Short loin. The rib end shall follow the natural curvature of the 13th rib or be perpendicular to the long axis of the loin. The short loin must contain one full rib. Any part of another rib is a defect. Sirloin end shall be a straight cut, perpendicular to the long axis of the loin, through a point immediately anterior to the hip bone cartilage. There shall be no evidence of the cartilage pocket. The gluteus medius shall be present. Flank edge shall be a straight cut from a point on the rib end which is not more than 3 inches from the outer tip of the longissimus dorsi through a point on the sirloin end which is not more than 2 inches from the outer tip of the exposed longissimus dorsi. Kidney fat shall be trimmed to not exceed half an inch at the sirloin end. Kidney fat measurement is a line parallel to the table immediately above the tenderloin. If kidney fat is present, it shall be tapered down from the sirloin end to meet the surface at a point not beyond 75% of the length of the loin. Diaphragm and hanging tender shall be removed.